Every year, retailers count on Christmas to save their bottom line. And millions of workers throughout the United States rely on these seasonal jobs just to get by. However, this year could be different. And this year, we could see the holiday shopping crisis actually kill thousands of jobs and hurt millions of people. Today I'm going to break down what we are seeing, what the projections are for this holiday shopping season, and why this could mean more trouble for you and your employer. It doesn't matter if you work in a retail store, a grocery store, or you have a service business. Every single business out there will be impacted because of the lack of spending from the U.S. consumers. Today, we're going to break all this down. I'll explain exactly what is going on and what you need to prepare for moving forward. But first, before I do, if you enjoy these daily updates, go ahead, hit that like button, and now let's begin. So, here's the big question. And again, I've been talking to a lot of people about this, and not just random people, not just Joe Schmo from across the street or down at the corner. I'm talking to retail managers, people that run big businesses that have been trying to ship in a lot of product to get ready for Q4. And you know what every single person's telling me? That they are expecting a decrease in spending as a result of higher prices due partially to tariffs. Listen to this. It says, in 2024, the average American adult planned on spending about $1,012. That was in 2024 for Christmas. That included things like travel, food, entertainment, and gifts. $1,012. In 2025, we are expecting it to drop to $900 per adult or less, meaning it's at least an 11% decline. An 11% decline in spending per adult. That's big. That's big. Okay? It says right here, in 2025, the average seasonal household spending is expected to decline by more than 5%. That's seasonal. That's not Christmas. That's seasonal. That includes a little bit for Halloween. That includes Thanksgiving. That also includes Christmas. All right? That, again, huge problem. But what's driving this? Well, inflation is the first one. And it's not just inflation and the cost of buying the new Elmo toy, the cost of buying a new PlayStation or Xbox or the new Meta Ray-Ban glasses. No. The reason why we are seeing inflation, how this is hurting millions of people, is because it's a cost of living crisis. Think about it. Think about how much we spend on grocery products. Groceries have been going up sky high. Millions of people can't afford them. But it's not just groceries, it's also housing and utilities as well. Just think about this, for instance. How much was your utility bill last month or 2 months ago? My guess is it slowly is increasing, because my guess is if you look at a year ago, utility bills have shot up. Okay? Insurance costs have gone through the roof. I talked to many people, their insurance for their home is up over 15% year over year. That's a cost of living crisis. They also say many people are trying to cut back. They don't want to spend on unnecessary things like travel. They don't want to go and travel, and a lot of people have been telling me this since before the summer, that every single year they plan a family vacation. Their whole family gets together at a specific beach or a cabin or something, lake house, and they spend a week just getting together, spending time with one another, right? Interacting, catching up. This year, things were different because millions of people didn't travel. They didn't jump on a plane and go to Disneyland like many people do every single year. They didn't jump on a plane and go to Hawaii. Most people drove to their destination because it was cheaper. Listen to this though. Tariffs are also causing prices to increase, and it is expected that prices will jump even higher come December. So be prepared for that. Here's one thing I thought was different. Very interesting. This is particularly for Gen Z. It says, younger people are showing much larger drops in their gift and holiday spending. Gen Z is expecting to spend, or in 2025, they're expecting they're going to spend about $1,357. Okay? A lot of this is going to be for travel. Okay? Gen Z isn't going to spend a lot on gifts. It's going to be more travel and experiences. Well, they're saying this is down 22.5% since 2024. In 1 year, Gen Z is expecting to spend 22.5% less. That's interesting. That's huge. Okay? Here's the next one. Why is this? What's driving this drop in spending? Well, one is buyers are focused more on value. Value. And if they can't find value in whatever it is they're looking at, whatever it is they're thinking about buying, they're not going to buy it. And we've seen that over the past several months. But here's the other one. Consumer sentiment. Most U.S. consumers feel that we are going to dip into a recession. There's going to be a lot less spending. People have less money, so it means prices will come down in the future. The prices are expected to come down sometime in 2026, but it could be towards the second half, meaning people are going to save their money, not spend it, and wait until potentially the summer of 2026 and buy items then. Maybe it's a bigger purchase. Maybe it's a vacation. Maybe it's a new car. Maybe it's new clothes. Whatever it may be, they're waiting until 2026 to really see what they should be buying. Now, here's the last thing I want to leave you with. We are going to see changes in the end of 2025 and into 2026. These changes are likely going to hurt. We are likely going to see thousands of people lose their job as a result of people not spending during this holiday shopping season. Be prepared for that. I said before, doesn't matter if you work in retail, a grocery store, or you have a service business. Every single person will be impacted. And think about this, for instance. Let's say food is selling and it's doing extremely well, but nobody's buying things from Macy's. Nobody's buying items from Nike. If nobody's buying those items, guess what happens to those workers? Those workers at Macy's get let go. They work less hours, their pay maybe drops, and then ultimately they get laid off. So now those workers cannot go to the grocery store and buy food. Can't go to their favorite retail store and buy a new, stuffed animal or whatever they get. Go to Build-A-Bear. They can't do those things because they can't afford it. And so then what happens is that crisis just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Because now those workers at Build-A-Bear, there's nobody coming in. So they don't have anybody to sell to, meaning the Build-A-Bear actually closes down. Those people lose their job. They can't go to the grocery store either. This is the snowball effect. And I just want to share it with you because, again, we are seeing the projections already for Christmas of 2025. I can tell you, they're not looking good. So, let me know down in the comment section below. We're almost to Q4. We're almost into October. Meaning, people are already planning as to what they're going to do for this holiday season. Are they going to go out of town? Are they going to go on a vacation? Are they just going to stay home, have the biggest Christmas that they can? Let me know what your plan is. Do you plan on spending more money in 2025 than you did in 2024 or less? Let me know. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.